I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. Shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. Now I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good, I'm evil. I ain't been clean since Eden.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 57. I'm your host, Ben Osler. It's Tuesday, May 2nd, and we are here to talk about today's best bets. We have a full MLB slate tonight, 12 games over in Major League Baseball tonight. We got a couple hockey games as well. We got two good NBA playoff games, Heat and Knicks. There's some uncertainty with some of the injury stuff about who's going to play and stuff. But then the headline tonight, everyone's been waiting for this. LeBron versus Steph. Is this round 5? Is this round 5 of LeBron, Steph? Dewan, what's up? I don't know. This is round 4 or 5. I think it's 5. But yeah, everyone's looking forward to that. So we have that tonight. So we definitely have some stuff to talk about. Yesterday was okay for me. The Astros, I was very adamant about the Astros on the show yesterday. They easily won. I also had bet them run line for the first 5 innings. They needed to be winning by 1 run. And dude, it was so – I was already tilting because part of the reason I liked them was Luis Garcia pitching for them, and he got hurt after 8 pitches, and they had to take him out. So that started the whole thing off bad. So then they ended up being tied after 5 innings. So I lost that just really unfortunately, I feel like. They had guys on base, 2nd and 3rd in the bottom of the 5th, and they couldn't get them home for the win. But then they ended up going crazy on the bullpen after Stripling went out, and they easily won. So that worked out. I was very adamant on the Reds team total. We got it at 3. They scored 3. So they pushed. They scored 3 in like the first 3 innings and somehow couldn't get one more run in the remainder of the game. So that was unlucky. And then I was wrong about the Celtics yesterday. I can't believe the Celtics lost at home to the 76ers who didn't have Joel Embiid. Truly can't believe that. Maybe the Celtics aren't as good as I have hyped them up to be, because that was an embarrassing performance. That's embarrassing to lose at home with the Sixers don't have Embiid. I mean, that was and it wasn't even like I don't even think like the Sixers played above their head. Like that was strange. That was very strange to me. I was right about the Nuggets though. We had Nuggets over Suns last night, and man, I'll tell you what. The Jamal Murray, the Nuggets just like won a game over the Suns, and Jamal Murray did like essentially nothing. So if I'm the Suns, I'm scared, especially because we talked about this. They don't have any depth. They can't afford guys to get hurt. And Chris Paul, what happened? Chris Paul got hurt. Chris Paul gets hurt in the playoffs every single year. And they still went all in with this, like, we don't need depth approach. and it might come back to bite them because, I mean, he left that game. He didn't come back in. Groins, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like he could feel better in enough time to play, or he could miss a game or two. I have no idea. And he's probably, even if he plays, I mean, he's probably not going to be 100%. And Jamal Murray didn't even play good in that game, and then they still won. I mean, they pulled away. Nikola Jokic is just a dominant player. And everyone that said that he hadn't done anything in the playoffs or whatever, like, I hope those people realize that they look stupid because he is absolutely dominant. Don't live in the moment. They're legit. I still think they're that good, but I don't know. That just gave me some pause. I was just like, wow, maybe they're not like, I can't believe they lost, honestly. Keith says Sixers. Dude, Sixers look good last night, man. James Harden showed up. That was arguably, James Harden had some big playoff games in his time in Houston, but that was arguably his best playoff performance in my opinion. Mainly because they won and it was like on the road. Like, that was a tough win, and he willed them to that win. Honestly, that three at the end, at times in his career he's struggled to make a big shot like that. Oh, Big Poppy, I would not have guessed that your name was Keith, to be honest. You probably could have given me 100 guesses, and I probably wouldn't have guessed Keith for any of them. All right, I'm going to pull up, let's see here. I'm going to pull we have trends tool here. Let me pull this up. Just the two basketball games tonight. Tons of money coming in on the Knicks. I'm gonna assume, I don't know about Randall. I'm assuming Brunson's gonna play, right? I mean, there's just no way. There's no way Jalen Brunson misses this game, right? Randall, I guess he could miss, because he missed that first game. But no shot Jalen Brunson doesn't play this game. Butler, I don't know. I would assume Butler plays, but I guess they could rest him. I have no idea. I still think the Knicks, regardless, will even the series tonight, but we'll see. Dylan Brooks getting blackballed and not getting signed. Yeah, I did see that. Well, I saw that the Grizzlies said, like, under no circumstances would he come back. I mean, is anyone going to sign him? I don't know. Who would want that guy on their team? I don't think, like, he's annoying, but, like, defensively, he is good. Like, he is good on defense. The problem is he's a complete black hole on offense, and he shoots way too much. And I don't know if I don't know if you could explain to him that he's, like, so bad on offense, like, don't take those shots. I don't know if you could do that. So, I don't know. Someone might sign him, though. I have no idea. I thought it was funny that the Grizzlies said he wouldn't be back, though. Thoughts on Mitchell Robinson over 18.5 PRAs? I think it's fine. Obviously would like that more if Randall's out, but I think it's fine. He played really well in that first game. I was impressed. He played really well in the Cavs series, too. He's balled out in the playoffs. Line went from 7 to 5.5, now back to 6.5. Yeah, I mean, you can even see, like, if we look at it, I mean, only 45% of the bets are on the Knicks, but 53% of the money. And despite, like, as you can see right here, despite there only being 45% of the bets on the Knicks, they moved from minus 245 to minus 255. So that is a good sign, in my opinion, if you're a Knicks fan. Like, I do think the Knicks probably will win tonight. Dewan, you like Robinson over points? He's played really well. I don't hate it. All right, we'll talk about some props at the end of the stream. I'll pull the predictor up. I think I'm going to take Knicks Warriors tonight for my game picks, but I don't know. Lakers Warriors is going to be tough. I'm going to take Dubs at home, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to take Knicks Warriors for my picks tonight. Baseball, I'm not going to go through every single game because there's just so many of them. So I'm just going to highlight the spots that I know I really like. Okay. So first one, that I like is the Twins. So we got the Twins last night. I posted, it was like midnight. I posted in the premium chat, Twins minus 155. We got it on DraftKings. That has got steamed hard. It's minus 175 now, but I was very confused why this line opened at minus 155. I know they're on the road, but Michael Kopech has been, for this specific season, arguably the worst pitcher in baseball. His expected ERA is over 8 runs. There's been, I've seen multiple people on Twitter kind of insinuating that he's been tipping his pitches, and he's just been getting completely just blasted in his last few starts. So I don't know how you could have any faith in Michael Kopech right now. He's been that bad. And that's sad to say because at one point, like, he was one of the top pitching prospects in baseball. He's dealt with a lot of injuries, but he's even like he came back, during the middle of the season one time, and he was pitching out of the bullpen. He was very good. Like, we've seen him have success, but for this specific season, he has been horrible. I'm not sure if he's figured out what's been going on. I'm not sure if he's been tipping his pitches. I don't know, but he's been bad. Joe Ryan is very good, one of the best pitchers in the American League. The White Sox are in shambles right now, man. I mean, they got Luis Roberts not running out ground balls. He's getting benched. They're blowing leads. They're way below 500. Their fans are like turning against them. Like, there's like severe turmoil with this White Sox team. The Twins have far and away the better pitcher on the mound. I was very confused why this was minus 155. I think even minus 175 is too light. I think it's a very clear spot to take the Twins. Love the Twins tonight. You don't have to bet them straight up. You can put them in a parlay. There's another team I really like, which I'm going to talk about. I think that you could look to ladder Joe Ryan strikeouts. You could take, you could go 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus Ks and the Twins to win. The player performance doubles over on FanDuel. Don't hate that angle for this game. You could look to bet, Joe Ryan 10 plus, I think, for like a small dart. Don't mind laddering Joe Ryan tonight. I think it's a great spot for him. Great spot for the Twins. I think the Twins win this game. Luis Robert, that was hilarious. Dude, that was like, I'm a Luis Robert fan, if you guys remember. I mean, I remember I watched him. I don't know what year it was, but the All-Star game for baseball was in Cleveland like 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And they had like not the Rising Stars, but like it's the equivalent of the NBA Rising Stars game. It's like where they let the prospects play. And I went to it and I saw Luis Robert and I was like so impressed with him. I mean, I'm a big Luis Robert fan, but there's just no excuse, especially for a young player to not run out a ground ball like that. I don't know. I don't follow the White Sox very closely as like a fan, so I don't understand I don't know the team dynamics. So I don't know who's looked upon as like the leader of the team. But when you're as good as Luis Robert is, I feel like naturally you become a leader, and not running out a ground ball like that is embarrassing. Like, and it's part of why the White Sox are, in the spot that they're at. Like, that's bad. So he needs to correct that. But that team's in shambles right now. I would not be betting any money on the White Sox currently with just how their team's going. So I'm fine with the Twins tonight. Orioles are another team I really like tonight against the Royals. Orioles offense has not been good. It's the same thing we've seen the last few seasons. A lot of strikeouts, just not they have a few guys that don't strike out a lot, but overall there are some strikeouts to be had here. But Tyler Wells is a very, very good underrated pitcher. I feel like he's not a strikeout arm like a Joe Ryan that we were just talking about. He's just a very good real life pitcher. And the Orioles have been very good when he has started this season. So, I mean, you can see this season, he's only walked 3% of batters faced. He doesn't walk anyone. And I'm just not scared of this Royals lineup. If you look at their lineup for this season, 283 WOBA against righties, 26% strikeout rate. I'm not expecting Tyler Wells to go out and get you 7+ strikeouts, but I think he can definitely have success against this lineup. They don't walk a lot anyways, so I don't really expect him to be walking anyone tonight. And the Orioles have been very good when Tyler Wells has started this year. So I think the Orioles win this game. I like them. You can look to parlay them as well. Diamondbacks Rangers. This is an interesting one because Zach Gallen's throwing. I don't really want to bet on the Diamondbacks at -155, but Zach Gallen has been one of the best pitchers in baseball this season. He's on a 4-game streak of hasn't allowed a run, 40 strikeouts to 1 walk over that span. He's been as dominant as anyone in baseball. So I don't really think you could pick on him and go with the Rangers here, but the Rangers are a solid team too. So I think I'm going to avoid the game altogether, but excited to watch Zach Gallen pitch tonight. This is another spot I really like. I loved the Astros last night. I love them again tonight. I parlayed Twins Astros last night, and it won, I think. Maybe not Twins. I parlayed someone with the Astros last night, and I hit on it. I have to go check my account, but I like running the Twins Astros parlay or Orioles Astros. I think it's a really good spot. Hunter Brown's very, very good, and we were kind of talking about picking, like, one of the reasons I liked Houston so much yesterday, just how bad this Giants team is. Look at their lineup for 2023 against right-handed pitching. Not very good. 27% strikeouts. Yeah, I mean, Hunter Brown can carve these guys up. So I would be looking to back Houston. I can't bet them -195 by themselves. So that could be a team that you probably, like I said, Twins, Astros, Orioles, Astros, something along those lines, I think is worthy of a parlay. But I do like the Astros again tonight. They're probably I would put the Twins first, and then Astros versus Orioles is close. I might go Twins. I might go Twins, Orioles, Astros, but those are the 3 teams that I feel best about currently. Moving on down, Coors game, not touching that. Reds game, I think that there's some reasoning to take the under here. You can see 30% sharp money coming in on the under. Only 39% of the bets are on the under, but 68% of the money. I personally bet the under. If you're a premium member, you know I gave that out like a couple hours ago. But Graham Ashcraft is a really good pitcher. I've been talking about it for the last few weeks. And Waka is kind of like up and down. But typically, if you get him in a good pitching environment, it's pretty cool over there. There's wind blowing in. He can have success. And the Reds lineup is just not very good at the end of the day. So if Michael Wacha doesn't have a good start tonight, I don't really know what matchup you can expect him to have a good start at all. So I do think there's some merit in taking the under there at 8.5. I like that play. Last 2 games, there's actually some interesting spots here. This is a really fun game, Mariners A's. You have Mason Miller against Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller's making his MLB debut. He is the Mariners' #1 ranked pitching prospect. He is skipping AAA. He's coming straight from AA to the major leagues. He's struggled at times this year in the minors, but last year in the minors, he was pretty respectable. Pretty good strikeout stuff. The A's are definitely not a great lineup, so he could have some success here in his MLB debut. On the flip side, Mason Miller, I mean, we've seen him for 2 starts. He has shown that he has strikeout ability even at the major league level. His fastball averages like 100 miles per hour, which is one of the highest rates. There's not many people that can average 100 for their fastball, and he's a starter, not a reliever. So that's pretty exceptional. The Mariners do have some power, which I'm worried about, but there's some strikeouts there too. So that should be a fun game. I'm definitely gonna tune into that one. And then the final game, Dodgers Phillies. I love this spot for the Phillies. There's some money coming in on them, 15% sharp money on the money line. You can see big positive sign for us. They opened at +140. 72% of the bets are on the Dodgers, but they've moved down to -130. So really, really good spot here for the Phillies. Matt Strom's going for them. They didn't even think Matt Strom was going to start games at the beginning of the season, and they have gotten extremely lucky that happened because he's been very, very good. The Dodgers don't hit lefties very well. This lineup's not as good as it has been in past years. And then if you look at 2 of their best hitters right now are left-handed. Actually, 3 of their best hitters, because Jason Hayward's been one of their best hitters this year too. So the Dodgers really struggle against lefties. Their bullpen isn't great either this year. And Julio Urias has not been great this season. So I actually, Bryce Harper's coming back. tonight as well. So maybe that'll get the momentum going a little bit for the Phillies. I love the spot for the Phillies. I might actually put Phillies above Astros or above Orioles. The Phillies might be my second favorite spot. I really think the Phillies win this game tonight. I think it's a really good spot for them. So who scores 10 runs tonight? Ooh, if I had to pick a team to score 10 runs tonight, that's actually tough. I don't know. There's so many good pitchers today. I don't love really any of these offenses. I think the obvious one would be to say Twins. So if you want a non-Coors Field pick, I would take the Twins. But there's so many good pitchers tonight that a lot of these offenses aren't in great spots. But for those just tuning in, Twins and Phillies, those are my two favorite picks for baseball today. I love the spot for those. I also like the Orioles, and I like the Astros. Basketball, my picks were Warriors, Knicks, but that's subject to change. What's really funny is I actually had a really bad feeling yesterday as we approached the start time. I actually kind of had this feeling that the Sixers were going to win for some reason. I'm going to put the predictor here before we head out. If you guys have any other questions or any other bets you'd like to talk about, drop it in chat. Someone said they love Dewan, didn't you say you loved the guess I'll wait for your course. Yeah, Anthony, I don't have no idea who I'm going to play tonight actually because of how good these pitchers are. I think it's really interesting for DFS. I've played around with a couple different builds, but I'm definitely probably going to play Zach Gallen. And then I think you can go either way. I think you could play Gallen and like Joe Ryan together. I think you could play Gallen and one of the cheaper guys. I have not decided yet. But I'm excited to build. I like slates like this where there's a lot of pitching options. It just spreads everything out more, and I feel more confident in it. Yeah, DeJuan, you say you like Robinson points. I mean, that's like number one in the predictor here. Number two, we have him over almost 10 points. His line's at 6.5. 6.5 does feel pretty light. So I kind of agree with you on that one. Stephanie, you like the Angels against Mats? That's 100% fine. I actually think I like the over in that game, Stephanie. We know that the Cardinals absolutely murder left-handed pitching, and the Angels have a lefty. Angels have hit left-handed pitching very, very well, and they're up against Mats. Mats has not been great this season. So I think the over in that game has some play. I think both sides could score. Robinson points looks pretty good, though. I might actually bet that myself. I want to see what Looney's PRA line 22.5 is crazy, and we have the over. That's insane. I like Draymond assist tonight. I don't know what his lines are, but let me see if I can look here. If his line's crazy, then I won't like it, but I do like Draymond assists. 7.5. I think I still like it. He always, I feel like in these big games, man, he always is racking up assists. Yurfie, yeah, for the Angels Cards game, I think Yurfie's in play. I think that for the Twins, I don't want to say Twins because I can't count on them to get a run against Ryan, so you're eliminating half of it, so I'll pass on that. Cardinals, Angels for the Yurfie, I think, and I wonder if you can get plus odd. Let me see here. I don't hate a Yurfie and the Braves Marlins games at plus money. I don't hate that. I haven't gotten a green prop since that run we had. Yeah, I haven't been betting on him a lot, but he always He did it a couple times in that last series, but he really does well facilitating in the bigger games. Official prop plays. I don't know if I've taken any props today other than Joey Gallo to hit a home run. I think he's gonna hit one tonight. And you can get pretty good odds on that. And then I'm gonna do a strikeout parlay probably with like Joe Ryan, Tanner Bybee, and maybe Hunter Brown. Like I'll take each of them to get like 5 or more maybe, and see what the odds are parlay. That's probably what I'm going to target. But I haven't taken any other props currently. Thoughts on the Mariners tonight? If I was going to lean towards the side of that game, I would pick the Mariners, but I don't really want to target Miller. Sandy, what's up? If you guys don't know who Sandy is, he works for Owner's Box. So shout out Sandy. NBA winners. We're on Mitchell Robinson points, Sandy, over 6.5. I'll pull it up here, but you can see his line 6.5. We have him at almost 10 points. So I like Mitchell Robinson points tonight. I like Draymond assists a little bit. I don't hate Draymond over 8.5 points. That seems a little bit low to me. D'Lo, I know you're a D'Lo guy, Sandy, because you're a Lakers fan. 15.5 points seems a little low, I think. You could take him, but one of our guys on his points. Yeah, someone was talking about his PRAs earlier in the chat, but I like Mitchell Robinson a lot tonight. He's looked really good for the whole playoffs, too. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Take Mariners over. Hold on, let me see. What is the... Let me see what is it, at 8? It's at 8 runs. I don't know. Yeah, he's been a beast. Dude, I've been really impressed, especially against the Cavs. I mean, going up against, their big men, that was pretty impressive what he did. To whoever asked about Mariners over, though, I don't know if I would take the over on that game. That's tough. There's a little money coming in on the under. I don't want to go out of my way to pick on Mason Miller. We haven't really seen. I haven't seen Bryce Miller pitch, so I mean the numbers say that he should be pretty decent, but I don't know. I don't think I'd bet the over on the game. Mason Miller can definitely give up some home runs, though. I mean, he pumps those fastballs in there, man. If someone gets a hold of one, it's leaving the park. Mason Miller kind of reminds me of Strider, honestly. Like he doesn't have much depth to his pitch mix. Like he throws a ton of those fastballs, but they're so good that he gets strikeouts. But I mean, we saw Strider yesterday gave up 2 or 3 home runs. Like he'll definitely give up some home runs. So I don't hate it. If you feel convicted with the Mariners, go ahead and take it. But I'm just not going to go out of my way. What was your favorite baseball play? Probably the Twins. Twins and Phillies. That's my 2 spots tonight. And I have 5 bets I think posted for premium. So if you're in the premium, get in the Discord, betkarmachat.com, download the BetKarma app, click the chat room link, and yeah. That about does it for today, though, guys. We've went through all the games. I appreciate all you tuning in. We'll be back Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back tomorrow to recap tonight, talking about tomorrow's slate. Good luck with your bets tonight. I'll be in the Discord all night, so hop in there if you have any further questions. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday.